Good morning everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we are in a different kind of setup because this is going to be more of an informative video. I actually wanted to talk to you all about my experience with Botox. Now if you're new to my channel, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video then definitely leave a comment. Also, if you have any sort of questions or comments or anything like that on this video, definitely leave a comment below. I'd love to answer any questions that you have. Again, I am not an expert in this. This is just my own personal experience. I do work in the medical field, but at our office, we don't actually deal with any sort of Botox. So when I went into this, I was very limited in my knowledge of it. Now, I had been suffering from chronic migraines for quite a few years, and I've tried a lot of different treatments, mostly just medications. And it got to the point where I was just taking too many pills, and I'm not a person that likes to keep popping pills all the time, and it was just getting ridiculous. So I actually went ahead and I did a little bit of research on migraines, what can cause them, how to fix them, and I actually stumbled upon Botox. Now, keep in mind, I was suffering from migraines probably 1 or 2 times a week, and some of them were actually getting so bad it was causing me to have vertigo. I'd wake up in the morning and I would try and get out of bed and I literally fall right over. Also, I was increasing in nausea. I was becoming super nauseous, sensitive to light. It was just too much to deal with. I needed another option. Now, I went in for my consultation. They sat me down. We kind of went over a checklist, and I was good to go. When I went in next, it was for the actual appointment where they administered the Botox. Again, I didn't really know what to expect. I've never had anything like this done before. The first question I always get asked is whether or not it hurt. Yeah, it hurt. It's still a needle going into your body. It wasn't too bad though, honestly. It's a very, very thin needle. You don't feel it too much. You feel the initial prick, but that's kind of it. Now I'll explain a little bit more about Botox and what it does. It basically just inhibits your muscle function. So any sort of muscles that kind of tense up when you have a chronic migraine, or even for like people that want to fix their wrinkles or smile lines or anything like that. So any sort of muscle movement, it inhibits that. Now your body does eventually metabolize that product, the Botox. So it is something that you continuously have to get. Now, I go in every 3 months to get it done, and that's usually how long it lasts on me. The areas where I have it done are in my forehead, in my temple area, back behind near my occipital bone, and as well in my trap muscles. I will tell you right now, the trap muscles hurt the most. They're the most dense muscle that they're kind of placing in. When it's first administered, I still have full movement and everything. They say to make a lot of different kind of facial expressions just to kind of spread the Botox around a little bit. Usually when I wake up the next day, I have very limited movement and all of that. I do sometimes end up with a little bit of a stiff neck, but that's most of my side effects. I don't really have anything else. Now, when I was in last, I did actually video a bit of my procedure, so I'll go ahead and show that to you guys now. So as you can see, it's a very fast procedure. I'm only ever in there for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and it is a very costly procedure. Now, I'm quite lucky in that my coverage, my insurance will cover for the Botox. It is covered under my prescription plan. I'm not sure exactly how much it is. It's around $800. With my coverage, I'm only paying around $150, $160 range. Now, I get asked all the time that if I did not have my insurance coverage, would I still be getting this treatment done? Yes, but probably not as often. Right now, I'm consecutively going every 3 months. If I had to pay out of pocket, I'd probably spread it out a little bit more. I know for myself, my migraines really pick up in the kind of fall, winter months. So that's kind of when I need it most. Summertime, I don't need it as much, so I'd probably kind of space that out a little bit more. I can tell you all honestly, it has definitely improved my way of life. I do still get migraines, but they're very faint. I can easily just take like an ibuprofen, or actually sinus allergy medication actually helps me a lot, just more so because I kind of have that inflammation, that kind of swelling behind the eyes and the sinuses. So something like an allergy medication helps a lot, and that's only when I have it pretty bad. Now, I have not been getting it anywhere near where I was constantly having that vertigo and nausea feeling. Those symptoms have kind of dissipated. It is just more of a kind of dull ache, something that can easily be managed and I'm okay going to work with. So when you go in, don't expect to have your symptoms completely gone. All the Botox does is it minimizes it. Now, why the Botox is actually so effective is because it actually paralyzes your nerve terminals. So the terminals that actually transmit the pain. It also inhibits muscle function. So when you're having your migraine, all those muscles kind of tense up and actually intensifies your migraine. So with those being inhibited, you don't have that extra kind of tension in it, as well as having those nerve terminals paralyzed, definitely dull down the migraine. Again, it doesn't completely get rid of it, but it does help a lot. First time I went in, yeah, I noticed a little difference. It wasn't until the second time that I went in, so 3 months afterwards, and I got my second round, that I actually noticed a huge difference. So it does take time. It's not something that's going to be instant, but if you've tried all other types of medications and just nothing's working for you, you might as well. You have nothing to lose. Also, where they inject it in the forehead does help with wrinkles, so it's kind of a 2 for 1 as well. And that is it for today's video. I hope I answered all of your questions. If not, definitely leave a comment below. I can answer any questions that you may have. Again, I am in Calgary, Canada, so it kind of depends on where you are. Please let me know, and I hope to see you all again soon.